Shall we do the Saraswati?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just follow you.
You follow me. Let's see. I can put it up here. Anyone wants to like do the teacher, student? Paulina. Okay. So come on, look at my mouth. That's
Okay.
going to help you.
Om Saraswati Namastubhyam
Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vitvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Devi, I think you're on mute.
Thank you. I want to make sure that we don't forget the text that we're working on. So we're doing both. And then we're going to look into the grammar. Where are you? Oh, this. Here. You remember? It's a couple of times we did this one because we went a little bit with the grammar. But let's see if it's still there.
We cannot see it, or I cannot see the sadhana panchakam.
Oh. What about now, Nicolina? You see it now? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. Anybody give me a little hand if you like to do the first line. Bea?
Yes. Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karma shvanustiyatam.
Great. Second line, anybody? Paulina?
Tene shasya vidhiyatam apachitih kamye matistyajatam.
Beautiful. Third line? Nick?
Papauga parituyatam babasuke dosho nusantiyatam.
Good. The first one. So make sure that that's a long. So you're dropping your pa, pao. And remember that this, you have to make a note that that's not correct to make that line there. That's a typo. It's just pa, pao, ga, right?
Papauga.
Good. And this, remember that this one, visarga, turns into a pa, pao, ga. And you can do that quite strong, like you're just blowing air. Pa, pao, ga. Paridhuyatam. Good. Fourth one. Kamadevi, you want to try?
I can try. Atme cha babashi babasi. Is it
This one is,
Saraswati?
you see this? Vya.
Yeah.
So this one is vya,
Yeah.
and then you have va. Vyava.
Vyav Atme cha vyavasiyatam nijagrahat turnam vinirgam yatam.
Good. Now, this one is tricky because, you know, this is a vowel, right? So it's easy to slide in a little akara in there because in most mother tongues, we don't have a vowel as a right? but this is a vowel. Just like you say ga, gi, gu, right? This is gr. So you go straight from a guttural to the vowel. Gr, gr. Nijagrahat,
Nijagraha.
nijagr.
Nijagr.
Yes, nijagrahat.
Nijagraha.
Good, much better. Excellent. All right, so here we go again. The new one. Here we are. Okay, who would like to do, so I think everybody done. Is there anyone else there? Oh, Carla. Let me know if you need my help.
Yes, please.
Sangas.
Sangas.
Good. Sangasatsu.
Sangatsatsu.
Vidhiyatam.
Vidhiyatam.
Bhagavato.
Bhagavato.
Get that aspect. Bhagavato.
Bhagavato.
Bhaktir.
Bhaktir.
Bhaktir. Dridha.
Bhaktir.
Dridha.
Dritha.
So here's a tricky one, right? You got dr, and then straight after that you have da, dridha.
Dritha.
And you notice that, so you got to go like from a dental, dr, and this is a vowel, dridha. And then you got to have enough air to do it again. Dhiyatam.
Bhaktir dritha dhiyatam.
Bhaktir dridha dhiyatam.
Bhaktir dritha dhiyatam.
Good. So it's a tricky one. I think everybody, you see that all the aspirate that you have there, and also you have this tricky part where you have the vowel. Okay, cool. So where are we are still done? Okay, one more line. Anybody? Ariane, can you do this? Oh, we can't hear. Oh.
Can you hear me, please?
Do you want need some help?
Sandhyadip parijya Sandhyadip parichiyatam Derdatarang karma susandhyayatam.
Okay, so go back here. This is long, right? Shantyadif.
Sandhyadip.
Now it's coming. I can see your face. Now you Meda Dev is coming. It's like your memory. Parichiyatam.
Parichiyatam.
Good. Put them together. Shantyadif parichiyatam.
Sandhyadip parichiyatam.
What kind of sibilance is that?
Shiva.
Yeah.
Shiva.
Shantyadif parichiyatam.
Shantyadip parichiyatam.
Good. There it is. Dardatarang
Derdatarang
karmashu
karmashu
santyadjatam.
Sandhyajatam.
Santyadjatam.
Sandhyajatam.
Good. Great. Okay. And then we had, I think we're done up to here. Can someone do just this one? Last up to here. Any hands? Yeah, Paulina. Do you remember?
No, but I can do it with help. Just the melody, like what's
I give the melody, and I think you're gonna remember. Sadvid banupa srpyatam.
Sadvidvanupash sr Serapyatam.
Good, very good. So you notice that here is tricky, right? You don't, it's like
Serapyatam.
srup, srup.
Serap.
So you go from
Serapyatam.
srup, srup.
Srup.
Yeah. So
Serap.
that srupyatam. Good. And I'm just gonna keep Bia. So this is new for us. So if I chant and you follow.
Okay.
Pratidinam.
Pratidinam.
Good. Pratidinam.
Pratidinam.
Good. So you see this is anuswaraha. The following is a takara, it's a dental. So the anuswaraha changed to a nakara, right? Dental. Everybody understand? Make a note. Pratidinan tat paduka.
Pratidinam tat padukam.
Good. Not with the makara, just ka.
Oh,
Tat
yes.
paduka.
Tat paduka.
Good. Sevyatam.
Sevyatam.
Good. Paulina, can you give it a try? Pratidinan tat paduka sevyatam.
Pratidinam tat paduka sevyatam.
Good. And this one, the last one is the end of the verse, right? So that you're closing your lips. Then you end on a normal, like a normal. Then you end on a makara, right? Everybody understand? Yeah. Great. Nicolina?
Pratidinam tatpaduka sevyatam.
Good. Just the last one. Sevyatam. Just a swara. Sevyatam.
Sevyatam.
Good. Nick?
The last two words.
No, from here.
Pratidinam nan pratidinam tat paduka sevyatam.
Good. Just the last one. Sevyatam. Just a swara. Just an intonation. Sevyatam.
Sevyatam.
Good. Pama.
Pratidinan tat paduka sevyatam.
Good. There's still the repa. They're gonna come. So everybody has their own letters to the challenging the it's gonna come. Okay, who didn't do? Carla?
Pratidinam tat paduka savyatam.
Sevyatam. Sevyatam.
Sevyatam.
Good. Now notice what also, notice this. Here you have anuswara that turns into a nasal, right? Turns into a nakara. And the following letter is a takara. So you have a dvitvam there. So that means that the nakara gets emphasized. You have a half matra longer. It's like you just dipping your toes. Pratidinan tat paduka. And that gives you enough time to take off on the next letter. Pratidinan tat paduka sevyatam. And you get a nice melody, nice balance.
So you have dvitthums even if the words are not combined.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Ah, beautiful.
Yeah. and also like here you see that they separated. And I think Alice was asking me sometimes, like, because some texts you're gonna see that they just put everything together. Everything, there's no gaps. They're just, and then you have to do something which is called pada cheda, which means that you separate the word. You gotta look at the text and go like, okay, that's one word, that's one word. That's a whole different level. That can be really, yeah, a lot of breathing. Okay, Ariane, did you do?
Pratidinam tat paduka sevyatam.
Beautiful. And then Alice.
Morning. Pratidinam Pratidinam Tatpaduka Sevyata.
Beautiful. Okay, so we did one more. What it is, anybody know what pada means? Pada.
Feet.
Yes. Paduka means sandals. And sandals.
What about dukkha and suffering?
Padyam. Like the puja. Padyam.
Padyam samarpayami. What did it?
Dukkha and suffering.
Yeah, dukkha sukha.
Is it written the same? Dukkha.
Here is padu. Padu.
Padu.
Dukkha is du visargaha ka kara. So it's different. But you see here is the word is for sandal. Anybody, if I say seva, what comes to your mind?
Service.
Service. Pratidinan or pratidinam means daily. Daily. Okay. So if you translate this literally, this would literally means daily. Make sure may you, like invocation, serve the sandals of the feet of the teacher. And you're gonna go like, what is that? Does it mean that I have to polish his sandals? Does that mean that I have to, put the sandals? No, it's all it's symbolizing the sandals. And I was thinking about how to explain this, because I realized that all of us are coming from very different backgrounds, right? So in the Indian background and also in Bali, you see a lot more. You have this when you meet someone who's elderly or teacher. There is, you put the hand, your head as a respect, and some people put it on the ground. In Bali, you bow. There's a lot of these cultural things that you do to honor. And in Sweden, we lost a lot. We don't do that so much anymore. We don't put our head down. And I think that for some people, a lot of things, because what it represents is that when you're coming to a traditional teacher, he has nothing to gain out of you. Like, he's not teaching to get power or get fame or be recognized or to get some kind of, he doesn't need anything. He's full and complete. He's happy in himself. Like Swami, he would say, he's an advanced hammock. He's happy. And but it's like he explained, it's like I'm watching a full moon, and the full moon is not gonna get fuller if I have more people around me. But it seems like the sharing is not coming out of pressure that I have to, or I want to get money from, or you have to pay me $5,000 for this, this yoga retreat. It's not coming from that place. So you cannot, there's nothing you can give him, because he's happy in himself. He's really, and I really, I see like Swamiji, he just like an ocean. He just like giving, and not expecting anything in return, but it's coming from that place. He wants, there's a sharing, there's the lineage, someone taught him, and he loved to give it to someone else. But as a student, there's nothing, you can't pay him to go like, okay, I give you $5,000 and I expect you to teach me this scripture because I gave you this $5,000. It's not going to work. And you cannot give him money for him to teach. But the only thing that you can is to say, I surrender, because you have not surrender in the sense like, I'm not going to stop. Whatever you say, you know, and it's not like this kind of, because I realize that some people go like, oh, then you're going to go into this kind of freaky teacher that tell you to do freaky things and you lose your willpower. No, it's not like that. But there is a place where you go like, wow, I finally find a teacher who's traditionally teaching me, and I can see he's not expecting anything like material. There's nothing I can offer him, but I can offer my seva. I can my attitude. I can surrender. So the sandals represent the feet. And why do with the feet in Hindu, you have a lot this like putting your head on the ground, is because you got to bow. That means you can't have like a big ego and say, oh, but I'm going to discuss this thing with you. So what do you say? Is that thing you got to go down and say, I'm sitting here. I finally reached a teacher. It's taking me a long time. And I'm going to sit now and I'm going to listen. And I'm going to listen. And that means that I'm allowing myself to be corrected. Because everything that I up to now realized with my sense organs didn't give me absolute happiness. It didn't. It gave me like temporary happiness, yes, but it was the roller coaster. And the more you kind of realize that I have a temporary happiness, and then I go and then up again, and it goes on and on and on. And then you have a teacher says, but I want absolute happiness with no reason. And then the teacher go like, but you are that. And of course, that's not going to be connected to this, this body, mind, sense complex that we have. It's something else. What is that? So when you have a teacher that go like, I'm going to teach you that, you go, okay. So it's seva. It's small things. You kind of like when you're with the teacher, you go like, okay, what does he need? Okay, he I can help him with that. I can help him with that. Okay, he needs this. Okay, what? So you're very like it's part of your attitude. Like you want to. It's not out of pressure. It's not like he's telling you that you have to do it. But there's an attitude of wanting to help the teacher. Great. Okay, I got a lot of messages. Let's say pranam means feet touching from the yes. Yeah, sharanam. Pranam. Okay, cool. So that was our sadhana panchakam. So you have a little bit more that you can add onto our sadhana. Are you ready to go a little bit grammatic now? Everyone is fresh? Yes. Okay. So last time I was introducing the dhatus to you, right? And you did great, all of you. You did the exercise 3. Amazing. Now, there was one of them that you all, I think most of, at least the one that I got, I think you all did the same. So we're going to go through that one. You see the one, I think it was, Nick, help me if I'm incorrect. I think it was Uda and then A and then it was Hr. It was one where there was 2 prefix and then a dhatu. You see that one? Yeah. All right. So let's go to our. I'm just gonna find my. So you're also gonna find with the dhatu kosha. It's also dhatu pata. That's another one. All right. Here it is. Okay, so I'm in the dhatu kosha right now. You see that I have the prefixes here, and then in the next column I have the dhatu. Now, so you had uda and then a, right? Everybody with me? You see that in the exercise 3, uda. Now, what happens if you put them together? Uda and a becomes,
Uda.
yeah, uda, right? So here is the dhatu, right? And I go down. So most of you pick this one. But the correct one is this one, because you have to put them together. You have ud and a becomes uda. So what to write in that, the exercise 3 and this one is relate, narrate, declare, say, speak, and so on, and not save, deliver, and so on.
So Devi, if you have 2 prefixes, you always put them together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes they even do Sundays. Just to,
Okay, I see where we are now. So it is save, deliver, absorb, and so you join the 2.
so it's not this one, it's the next one. Relate, narrate, this one. Narrate, declare. It's the one which is one box under. So when you go
it's
in,
already
it's this one.
this one.
Relate, narrate, declare.
So it's got
Why,
there.
Devi, why don't they put them together already? Or is it just to show that there are 2 prefixes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because so everybody was taking them separately and then getting the meaning separately.
Yeah, most people took this one.
Okay, because I just took 2 separate ones actually.
Ah, you took this one and
And
this
that
one.
one,
Aha, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
that's how.
Ah, that's what you do. Yeah. Okay, good. So is that clear for everybody? Yeah. Okay, now if you do have a volume 3, it's a very good book to have. Mishika, please. Yes, I made a little notes here so I can make sure that. Okay, so so what I like you to, from last class, don't go into this like, oh, I'm gonna start learning all the 2000 dhatus. There's no point to do that. That's too much, okay? You're just gonna get confused. But just know that there are 2000 dhatus and there is a book and you're always gonna have that book and you can always go back to that book. It's like a dictionary. You have that, all right? And so in Mishika's, the Dhatu Kosha, you also know that you have one section, the first section with all the dhatus, and then stay with me here, Naka, otherwise you're gonna get confused. And you also have section 3, where you have the prefixes. And the section 2 and 4, we don't go there yet, okay? So those are the 2 that are important for you right now. Okay, so remember that we are in the root. So we got the dhatus, okay? Now, so it was page number 5. Okay, so this is when you read this now.
Is it section 3 in the first book that you mean?
No, so you have something called Dhatu. The Dhatu Kosha has section 1, 3, 4.
Uh-huh.
And now we are in volume 1. So that's a different.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
did I answer your?
Yes.
Okay, so this is on page number 5 in volume 1. So just stay here, Kama, so you can look here because you're with me. You with me. Okay, good. Now, a sentence in Sanskritam is called vakyam. You see this one here? Vakyam. This is a word that you need to, not need to, but you can learn it. You can write it down because it's gonna, so vakyam. Or make a note in your volume 1. There's the word for sentence in Sanskritam is vakya. Okay, what does that mean? A sentence. A sentence means that you have many words in one sentence. Just like any language, you have many words. Okay. Now, so what she did here was she just write like in a sentence here, you got padam, 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 which becomes what? What does it say here, Pama?
Padani.
Padani. Padani. Good. Now, this is singular, right? And this is plural. So it just means that if you have one word becomes many words. Simple. Nothing, not too crazy. Okay. All right. Now, every word in Sanskritam. Now, so you have the, we talked about the dhatus. Now, from now on, it goes into like almost like two different roads. Okay. So here you have something called, this road here calls ting antam. See that? Ting antam. This you need to write down. This you need to make a mark in your, if you have the volume, make a mark there. Ting antam. It's page number 6. You can go back. If you just make a note and say page number 6, I'm going to look back to it. Now, anybody remember what anta means? Anta.
Before?
Almost. Think about Vedanta.
Knowledge. Higher knowledge from Atma? No.
Anta means, so Vedanta, anta,
What comes before?
End portion. End portion.
end.
End portion.
So end of the Veda. Vedanta means end of the Veda. It's the Upanishads. The Upanishad is at the end of the Veda. That's why it's called Vedanta. Okay. Now, here you have also anta, right? But you have something before that. It says ting, ting. I'm going to understand that very soon. So just know that there is something ting, and the anta means end. Okay, ting anta. And then here, so I told you that there was 2 roads. There's one road here and one road here, right? This one is tinganta. This one is Carla. What does it say here? It also says here.
Subantam.
Good, subantam. Now that means anta, sub. Now, because of a sandhi, it's actually soup. You see this here? So it's soup, but the pakara becomes bakara when it comes with anta. So soup becomes subantam. Okay, so tingantam, subantam. Okay, so 2 different roads. Every word will fall either into this one or this one. Now, when we did the Rama Shabda, that's a subantam. That's a noun. Okay, that's a noun. Now, how do we recognize that it's a subantam? Remember that we have in the, let's see if I can have that here. remember when we did the Rama Shabda that it has 7 vibhaktis, remember? 7 vibhaktis, and then it had 3 vachanams. Numbers,
and
yeah.
groups.
So ekavachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam, right? And then we said there are 7 vibhaktis. And then there's also the vocative, the last one, which was like he Rama, right? But that's not, it's considered to fall under the first vibhakti. So it's 7 vibhaktis and 3 numbers, 1, dual, single. Yes? Okay, good. That's a subantam. That's a noun. That's a noun.
Subantam is noun.
Noun.
Meaning, is it meaning noun?
Noun. Yeah, noun. Noun. Now, the tingantam is verb. So the name in Sanskritam for verb is ting antam. Any questions so far?
One small question. What is a noun in Swedish?
Bra fråga. Vad är det?
Är det substantiv?
Ja, tror jag.
A noun
I
is
can Google it.
reflects all things.
Nominativ. Vi kan kolla upp det. I don't know what it is. Because
Kanske Silvia sa namn på ting. Substantiv är namn på ting. Till exempel boll och ring. Det är ju substantiv.
Jag tror det också.
Ja, tack. Lina.
we have to go back to our Swedish classes.
Yeah, Swedish grammar classes.
Think about what it was. Because a lot of times when we were so young, when we're learning our own, were our own mother tongue grammar, right? So we were too young to even understand, or a lot of it just went over our head. So a lot of times when we're learning a second language or third language, that's actually the time when we start understanding more of the grammar, but then we don't. So yeah, that's a good question. We can look up to that. We can look into that.
May I ask a
Yeah.
question? So tin antam is the end of the verb, the end verb.
Are we coming to that?
Okay.
Okay, and remember it's ting,
Ting.
guttural,
Ting.
ting antam. We're coming to that. Yeah, but good question. Give me just 2 seconds. Okay, so now remember we have 2 roads. Now we're going up more the road of the verb. Okay, we're staying a little bit back with the subantam, and we're going more up to the verb. So here it says verb, tingantam, padam. The word of the word, verb word is a tingantam, padam. Now, what is it? So remember that we had all the dhatus, 2000 dhatus, and all the so all the verbs are connected to the dhatus, right? Now, so when you go into the dhatu kosha and you look into like any dhatu, it's going to say to go, to see, to whatever it is, like some action, right? Now, just like remember when we what people who didn't have to like non-English speakers, you know, when we did in English class, we went like I am, you are, he, she is, right? Remember those days, the fun days? I sometimes still have to do them. Now, the same thing, you gotta add something called, you see this one? Pratyayaha. Can you say? Pratyayaha. Yeah. And what kind of pratyayahi means a suffix, something that you add on. Add on. Remember, you have prefix and suffix is something that you add on at the end, right? Prefix, suffix. Okay. Now, because this we're talking about verb, this is a ting pratyayaha. So it's a suffix which is added on. Now, what does this one do? suffix is gonna tell who is doing the action. Who is doing the action? Okay. So I made a note which page number. I think it's gotta go down. All right. Now, here is the suffix for the ting antam. Ting antam. Notice that when we talked about Rama Shabda, we said that there is like 7 vibhaktis, and then you have 3 numbers, right? So you got 7 down and 3. Here, you got 2 different types. Okay, you have the type P and you type A. Okay, just like Rama Shabda, you got singular, dual, and plural. And then you have, this is the Sanskritam, you put the 3rd person first. So this is the 3rd person, this is the 2nd person, and this is the 1st person. Okay, so by putting this ending, by putting this suffix, by putting this pratyayaha, this ting pratyayaha, if I put this one here on the dhatu, this means he, she, it. Let's pick a verb which is sees. Okay, he, she, it. This box here. This one says he, she, two sees. So for example, if there are 2 girls or 2 boys, okay, or two dogs, 2, whatever it is, something with 2. And this is many. They see. Okay. Now, 2nd person, what do you think that is?
You.
You. So this is singular. You see. You too. Remember, this is 2. This is a dual. You too see. You many see. This is 1st person. What do you think that is?
I see.
I see. We too. If me and Kama are sitting and we say, we too, with 2 people, right? We too see it. You would use this one. But let's say that we're all sitting in the same room and we are more than 2 people. We many see.
So is that the direct translation? We two, we many?
No, this is just suffix. This is just like something you add in on. So I'm coming there. I'm coming there. Hold on. Okay, now this one here, let's see if we can take it down. So remember, here is type P and this is type A. It is just how it is, that some of the dhatus will fall into P and some of them will fall into the A and some of them will fall into both. And that's what you see in the exercise. Remember, you saw like the P and the A and the U. If it was P, it's only these endings. If it's an A, it's only these endings. But if it's an U, it's both. And I'm going to explain that better for you. So
That we mentioned that last time.
we mentioned that
In
last
the
time.
Dhatus, it's that codes are there, right?
Yeah, remember, like it said the number and then it had a letter, either P, A, or U. So that letter is referring to if it's going to be added on only the P suffix or the A suffix. Or if it's a U, it's going to be added both of them. All right. So remember, this is a thing. That's why it has like three, the numbers, the numbers on this side, and then the people, third person, second person, first person, singular, dual, plural. So it looks different, right? Here, this is a subantam. This is where you have the vibhaktis. You have 7 bhaktis, and then the same thing, singular, dual, plural. Okay, but we're not going to go in there now. So, and if you go back and read this, you can definitely like read through it again and again and again. This one here from page number 11, definitely you can read it, but we're going to go back to that. So you understand that.
Is that for the Tinan?
Ting. Ting.
Antam, page 11.
Yeah, the first part, and then you have, it starts again on page number here, 19. She again explains more in details about the verbs. All right, so here we are. So she says that she says the same thing. There's 2 types of words, the tingantam and subantam. Here we're talking about the tingantam. We're talking about the verb, right? So here she says, what is the tingantam? You have the dhatu comes together with the suffix that we saw, ting pratyayaha. Now, this is where it gets confusing. So, let me I just want to show you one thing. Remember, we got to go back. Remember.
What is a suffix?
Something which is added. So you have prefix.
Okay.
So prefix is before and suffix is
Oh yeah.
Carla, you have that in Portuguese, right? You say like in Spanish, you say veo, ves, ve, vamos, voy, vas, va. Oh, I forgot now. But you know that you in the verb itself, you can see which is the person, right? Is that the same in Portuguese? Same in Italian, Bea?
Yes, we have it in Italian.
You have it in Italian, and Carla, do you have it in Portuguese?
Yes, we do.
You do, right? So you
Mhm.
in the verb, you actually see which is the person. In Swedish and English, you don't have that. Maybe there's some exceptions, but you say I go, you go. The go stays the same. Go, and then if it's a third person singular, it goes to goes, but otherwise it's go all the way, right? But in Spanish and Italian, it's always changing. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. I think I was right.
It's a V, vamos. That's why I was trying to understand. It's V, vamos.
Vamos.
Yes.
Voy, vas.
Eu vou, tu vais, ele vai. Yeah, the verb is always changing.
So
That's why it's hard to learn these languages.
That's why it's hard. So it's the same thing when in Sanskrit, you actually in the verb, you see who it is that's talking. But if you were going into this to Portuguese or Spanish, you would probably see that if the person was added on and was created the changes. It's like Latin. If you went from the original and then you would see how it was blooming out into the verb, and then you had the person in it, if it makes sense. So in Swedish, we don't have it. And I don't think that in English, you have it. Now, remember that we're calling the verb is called ting antam. Okay, because it ends with a ting. Why does it say ting? So this is the beautiful thing with Sanskritam. It's all have this decoded thing. What does it say here, Paulina?
Tip.
And what does it say here?
Mahin.
Mahing, right? The guttural.
Mahin.
What are the two first letters on this one?
T-I.
Yeah. And what's the last letter on this one?
Ng.
Nga. And what happens if you put them together?
Ting.
Ting. That's why it's called ting. So every verb will have one of these endings. Ends with a ting. Ends with one of these. Okay. Now, if you went to the ashram, you would have, before you start the class, you would have like this, things for memory power. You would actually have this to practice every day. So you would go with the tip, tas, g, sip, tas, ta, and so on. So it would be one of your practices before you start the class. You can learn that if you want to, but it's not going to be that in the like where you are right now. You can wait a little bit because I think it's still enough of things to learn for you, because those endings changes into
Can I ask, that chart we were looking at on page 9 is a suffix verb chart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So remember the one that Paulina just mentioned, the one it start with ting, tip, right? Now that one is changes into page number. Oh, sorry. Where did it go? Okay. All right. I will send it. I will find it for you. So this is we're still at the endings that Paulina mentioned. So remember that this one is the P and this is A. Now, what does it stand for? The P stands for parasmai. It's a name. The P stands for parasmai. And you need to write this one. It's going to come again and again. Parasmai.
So that's the same. That's the same that we went through before.
Yes.
With the P and A.
The P and A is, the P stands for parasmai. And the A stands for atmane para, or atmane. Sometimes you hear just atmane parasmai. If it's a ukara, if it has both, it's called ubhaya. You see this one here? So that's why, when you remember, you saw that in the chart, P, U is referring to these things. If it's parasmai, it has these endings. If it's an atmane, it has these endings. If it's a ubhaya padi, it has both of them. Okay.
both of them means actually it would have G and ja in the same sentence.
Not in the same sentence. It would just use, you could use both to say same thing.
Okay.
Mm.
You have an option.
Yeah, you have an option, not really an option, but yeah, you have different, yeah, depending on the situation. All right. And then takaras, now, just the last thing. So this is going to be the home fun for you. Remember, we were talking about the third person. So we had the third person, second person, and the first person. So in Sanskritam, we don't put I as the highest. We start with the third person. Okay, so he, she, it, right? Now in Sanskritam, it's called Kamadeva. What does it say here? It says, it's written there. Pratama Parusha. Purushaha. Pratama Purushaha.
Pratama Purushana. Purushaha.
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 So this is the cerebral, right? So the tongue has to go back. Shaha.
Shaha.
So Alice, if it's singular, what was that?
How do you mean? Sorry.
So if I have the third person and singular, what would that be? Third person singular.
I'm a bit lost. It's just what? And then the Rama Shabda?
No, because now I'll show you here. Wait 2 seconds.
Wasn't the P
This
parasai or the
here.
tip?
Yeah. Which one? Because here it says a third person, right? Third person in Sanskritam is Pratama Purushaha. So we're not going to say, we're going to learn this terminology. So we're going to say Pratama Purushaha for the third person. So the third person is he, she, it. So Pratama Purushaha, singular, it falls into this box. He, she, it. If it's dual, it's two people. They, two. They, two. Like two boys, two girls, two people, two dogs, two whatever it is. And then in plural, it will be they. Okay, good. Now, what is the name, Nicolina, what is the name for the second person?
Madhyama Purushaha. Madhyama.
Purushaha. And what would that be in singular?
I don't have the. So it's sip.
And which person would that be?
Madhyama Purushaha. No?
And which person in English would that refer to?
Sorry, I mean, okay. You.
You. And what about this one?
You too.
And this?
And it's you if it's many.
Good. All right. And then Ariani, what does it say here?
Tama Purusaha.
Say it again. Sorry, I didn't hear.
Tama Purushaha.
Purushaha. Good. Now, which person is this referring to?
I.
I. And this one?
Well, it's we.
We, two people, right?
Yes.
And this one?
and we for all.
All. We many. So what you can do now for your home fun, page number 26, you see that you have third, second, first person. Here is written in Sanskritam. Now, instead of calling it third person, second person, first person, you put the right terminology in Sanskritam in here. Is that so? Page number 26, 27. You just move the terminology into these boxes. So we're gonna try to use the terminology in Sanskritam. Pratama, Madhyama, Uttama. Pratama means, literally it means first. Anybody? Madhyama? What does that mean? I know some of you know it.
Will it be second?
Almost. What is it? The finger, the Madhyama? Madhyama? Middle.
Middle.
So you got the first. If you literally look at these names, this means first, middle, last. So you can put them in here. Okay. Now with the numbers, it's the same as in the Rama Shabda. So you can put, instead of saying singular, dual, plural, you use the same thing. It's the same thing as in Rama Shabda. Nick, what does it say here?
Ekavachanam.
Good. Make sure you get the diphthong. Ekavachanam. So it's a long.
Ekavach.
Good. And what about who am I missing? Sylvia, what does it say here?
It says Dvi Vachanam.
Good. And then Kama here?
Bahuvachanam.
Good. So all these names, all these terminologies, you can put into this. So you know that, okay, so next time we're going to look into more of the verbs. So you're going to say, okay, this is Parasmai Pada. This is Pratama Purushaha Ekavachanam. Or you might say, this is Madhyama Purushaha Bahu Vachanam. Or this is Uttama Purushaha Dvi Vachanam. Or you might say, no, this is the Atmanepada Ekavachanam. Then it's this one. Pratama Purushaha Ekavachanam. So you see, you gotta have to go and show which one of these there are, because all verbs gonna end with one of these endings. One of them. Okay, questions?
I have a question, but I might have missed this at some point, but what is a pada? Does that just mean word?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
So you got pada and then padani, which is many words.
That's good.
So you got the word which is parasmai, or the word which is atmane, and they all, every verb fall into one of these, either this one or both.
Mm-hmm. So pada is word and dhatu is just a root.
Yes. And the dhatu has to be added a suffix, and this suffix when is called ting pratyayaha. And when that is added, this becomes a verb. This becomes a ting antam. Do you want me to explain that? Is anybody do you want me to explain that again for someone? Yeah?
Yeah, the two roads.
All right. We got 2000 dhatus, right? Now, the dhatu itself, you're not going to be reading and look at the dhatu and go like, oh, this means I go, or you go, or we go, or that's not, it's just a dhatu, it's just a root. So something has to happen with this dhatu. It needs to be added ting. Remember, we're talking about verb now. So I'm not talking, I'm leaving the subantam. I'm just verby now. Okay, I have a dhatu and I add on a suffix. In Sanskritam is called pratyayaha. It's called a ting. Why is it called ting? Because we're talking about verb. Ting is verb. Ting pratyayaha. It's added on. When these two come together, then the dhatu, we still have to do some work with the dhatu and a little bit work, but then it goes into I go, you go, he, she go, we two go, but we haven't got there yet. So just stay with trying to learn the terminologies for now with the parasmai and atmane, and knowing the pratama purushaha, madhyama purushaha, uttama purushaha, ekavachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. So you can explain, I'm using that one because I want to say I go. To say I go, I have to use this ending. If I want to say we go, I have to use that ending. So for now, just learn that. Just learn that there is P, A, and they are divided into 3 columns and 3 lines, right? And on this side here, you got the purushaha, and here you have the vachanam. Just that for now.
You don't want to confuse us more.
No, because I can see your eyes goes like, so if I go further, you're gonna go like, no, hold on. All right. Any questions? No? Nick, you look good. I can see you much more. You look good. Carla look good. Nicolina look good. Bea look good. Paulina. Sylvia, are you okay? Yeah?
Yeah, sorry for being late.
That's okay. So we had a little bit of a, so maybe you can look at the, because it was a little bit like grammar technical today. Alice, you look okay? Yeah? Ariana, are you okay? Yeah? Kama? Okay, I can help you.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Any questions? Bea, are you okay? All right. I think we leave. I think that's enough because otherwise your head starts spinning. So just do that. Learn Purushaha, learn Vachana. Help each other. I forgot the page number now, but page number
26 and 27.
26 and 27. And you can also go back and read through what Mishika is talking about when she's talking about the Tinganta, and you can also read about the Subantam. But when she start talking about the Lakaras, if you go in there, you might get confused. So stay with Tinganta. Just jump over the pages, which talks about the Lakaras. Okay, we're going to come back to that. All right. All right.
And it's all in the first book with Mishika.
Yes. And I think Nick was saying, like, or someone else was saying, you know, it's a beautiful book to have. Mishika is just like a genius. She's like, it's very much Panini style. Like she goes into the deep, you know, if you want to go there. But I think it's a beautiful book to have, because then you can make notes and you can say, okay, this and this and this. And then with the other books, with the volume 2 and 3, this has to be established. It has to be clear.
Can you send us the link where we can buy it?
You can download it and then you can send a little donation to Mishika. So I think anybody still have that link? You can.
Yeah, I think we shared the link a couple of times in Signal group, right?
Yeah, you can
So
buy
can
it
I
on
just-
Amazon, but it's free in the ashram. So it's no point to give the money to Amazon. You can give the money to Mishika.
I contacted them because I wanted to make donations for the books. It's most of the donations you have to be in India for it, but he does send you an address, so you can send it via like Western Union or one of those.
Oh, I can contact Mishika and I can ask her what's her, maybe she has some easier way, like a PayPal or something, to make it easier for you. Yeah, she's beautiful. Very beautiful. Oof. Yeah. It's amazing. Like what she's done is amazing. Because she basically she took all the books because she could see that it was quite confusing with all the Sanskrit books, and then she's very I think she's an engineer before she became brahmachari, so she has this kind of very organized, and so she made it clear. So it's very much like step. But it goes deep. It goes deep. But good. I have attached. Oh, thank you, Beatrice. So Beatrice put so Carla, you can just download it for free. And also I found another beautiful workbook for conjunct consonant. I can send you, if you send me your email, I can send it to you so you can just practice the conjunct consonant. And yeah. Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it. You need not. You can give the money to Mishika.
Does no profit goes to Mishika if you buy it through Amazon? Is it just, or?
I don't know. I don't. Anyone has idea how much Amazon is taking? I assume they must take something. So
yeah.
Amazon, and it wasn't very expensive. It was like £6 or £7 for volume 2. I haven't bought volume 1 yet, but I'm not sure what's their percentage.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, even if you buy from Amazon, you can, I'm sure, something's gonna go to Mishika. But you also have the option to download it from the ashram, and then you can send a donation, and I will try to find it.
And there is a volume 1, 2, and 3, right? You talked about last time. I think we only have volume 1, or have we had volume 2 and 3 as well?
2 is Sundays.
Okay.
So volume 1 is a basic structure. Volume 2 is a Sundays. So if you want to go into your go back to your Sundays, the people who did that. And then third volume is quite advanced. It's called derivatives. So that's how another level. So stay here with the Atmane and Parasmai, and then we build up. And one day we get to volume 3. All right. Bia, you were chanting so beautifully. Would you like to chant again? Or are you feeling a little bit?
No, I can try, but I'll get my book just in case. 1 second. Om swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim maishaha go brahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Kale vashatu parjanyaha. Prithivissasya shalini. Desho yamksho barahitaha. Brahmana santu nirvayaha. Om sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Sarve santu niramayaha. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kachit dukha bhag bhave. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityo ma amritam gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Great. You're doing so well. All right. See you next week or otherwise on Wednesday and Saturday for the other classes.
Thank you.
Can you tell me, Devi, again, what classes do you have on Wednesday and Saturday?
Wednesday we do Vedic chanting. And so we're learning the prayers that we chant before Swamiji's class. And then on Saturday we do the puja.
And if one would want to learn more like the specifics, I know this Swasti mantra, but I realized that there are some pronunciations that I missed. If one would like to like refine chanting, is that something you can do it on the Wednesday class as well?
We're gonna do Swasti, but we just right now but it's coming up. But I think you will like this one because it's coming. There's a lot of prayers that you heard and and you just maybe just refine. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. What time is it?
Same time.
Same time. So then it's 9 to 10 Swedish time.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And the Saturday class, puja, what kind? Is it a 16 step or is it like? Okay. Yeah.
16 step.
Also same time.
Same time.
Cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
Paulina, såg du mitt meddelande om en liten blomma till Sanna då?
Ja, jag skickar tillbaka.
Jag har inte sett den. Men har du lust att skicka mig ditt nummer?
Absolut. Bebisen har inte kommit än, men du vill ge nu innan.
Jag tänkte att du vet. Jag vet inte, det kanske man vet inte om det vet bättre vad som finns för blommor eller om de ser någonting annat som passar. Som
det finns ju en blomsteraffär här uppe ju. Jag har inte varit där än.
Eller om du ser något annat som kanske är lite mer person. Jag vet inte. Du vet, om du ser något som du säger, ja men det där skulle passa.
För Hanna-Lucia köpte en jättefin babyfilt som vi var med på allihopa. Som de fick nu. Men det är ju redan gett. Men...
Du menar till Sanna?
Ja, till Sanna.
Okej. Men du vet, ha dina ögon öppna om du ser någonting. Ja. Och annars så, du vet, jag gör det bästa jag kan från Bali.
Ja, men absolut. Men vill du att jag ska ge det nu innan bebisen kommer?
Nej. Bara vänta tills den klickar.
Men jag ska kika i blomsteraffären sen. Nu är jag också lite i isolation för jag har varit lite sjuk. Men sen kan jag gå upp och kika där uppe och se hur det ser ut. Ungefär hur mycket vill du att det ska vara?
Jag vet inte vad det kostar. 500 kanske? 400, 500?
Då får de en superfin blomma.
Ja, men det är de värda.
Ja, vad fint. Vad fint. Jättefint. Men det ska jag göra. Hur är det på Bali nu? Hur är det med liksom, är det lugnt koranismässigt detsamma liksom? Ja. Jag håller lite utkik. Det verkar fortfarande vara 10 dagars karantän och sådär.
Ja, det är
Tror du
det.
det kommer ändra sig eller kommer det hålla i sig så länge? Det känns som det kanske håller i sig lite så länge omikron.
Ja, det gör det nog. Ja, det gör det nog.
Ja.
Det är svårt att säga.
Ja, såklart.
Ja. Tjej, jag ska hjälpa den här tjejen. Jag tror hon behöver lite hjälp.
Men gör det.
Det syns på... Puss, puss, puss.